Welcome everyone to this edition of Current Connect. Today we'll talk about compensation issue between center and states. The central government has released GST compensation of rupees 35,298 crore to its states and union territories as pending compensation to soothe the frayed nerves of states. Let us see what is the connect. The Goods and Services Tax (GST) is a value-added tax levied on most goods and services sold for domestic consumption. The GST is paid by consumers, but it is remitted to the government by the businesses selling the goods and services. In effect, GST provides revenue for the government. The Goods and Services Tax Compensation to States Act 2017 provides for compensation to states for the loss of revenue due to the implementation of the GST. If revenue growth of states is lower than 14% annually, then the compensation is to be provided out of a fund. States, in lieu of giving up their powers to collect taxes and goods and services after local levies were subsumed under the GST, were guaranteed a 14% tax revenue growth in the first 5 years after GST implementation by the central government. States' tax revenue as of financial year 2016 is considered as the base year for the calculation of this 14% growth. Any shortfall against it is supposed to be compensated by the center using the funds specifically collected as a compensation cess. States are compensated bi-monthly for the accumulated funds. Compensation cess is collected over and above the prevailing GST rate on certain luxurious items of consumption. Select vehicles, tobacco and aerated drinks apart from coal are levied a compensation cess. Let us see how is this connected to the UPSC syllabus. In the fiscal year 2020, the center paid compensation to the states for the first 4 months. Thereafter, compensation was delayed, leading to states crying foul. Slow economic growth has led to the reduced tax collection and problem in the dispersal of the compensation by center to states. In addition to the slowing economy, the reduction in the effective GST rate from around 14.4% in May 2017 to around 11.6% in July and September of 2019 could be the reason for falling GST collections that have cut into compensation cess as well. What's the impact of this? With states depending heavily on funds from the center to meet their public expenditure, any impediments in the flow of funds from center will impact the quality of services provided by the state government. If the GST Council decides to increase the rates of compensation cess or stretch the period for which states are compensated, this may mean that goods taxed at highest GST rate of 28% will continue affect the customer pocket. This could be connected to